back to another class. Today you'll just be needing a yoga block or blocks for modification. I'm going to be doing a kind of yin-yang-ish flow. Go ahead, find your way up to standing, and we'll begin at the top of our mat. Starting at the top of our mats, we're going to inhale, bringing the arms above head, fingers touch. Exhale as we bring them into prayer, maybe onto the third eye or the heart. And exhaling to the knees. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhale down to the knees, and we'll ragdoll ourselves on up. And doing that 2 more times here. Inhaling, arms circle above head, and we'll exhale, maybe giving ourselves a little bit of a back bend before swan diving on down to the knees. Exhale, nose to knee. Inhale, halfway lift. Again, exhale, nose to knee, ragdolling ourselves right back onto standing. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, bringing the arms and hands above head, and exhaling, swan diving on down to the mat. Go ahead, open up your stance a little bit wider. Feet come right to the outside of the hips. Grab both elbows, allowing yourselves to just dangle here before diving a little bit deeper into the practice.
You just feel like everything's wrong in life.
Inhale, coming out of it, hands to the mat, and then grabbing onto your ankles. We're going to exhale, trying to pull ourselves, the crown of our head to the mat. Bring me 3 deep inhales and exhales.
A little bit of hope. If you're listening to this, just know that I believe in you.
Making sure those wrists are right underneath the shoulders. And then we'll exhale, pushing into our first downward dog. Having a little fun here, we're going to undulate through the spine, the upper back. So rounding through, really kind of hollowing out, pressing out of the shoulders, and then exhaling as we push back to downward dog. Again, inhaling, rolling forward. Exhale, pushing back. Give me 1 more of those. Inhale, rolling forward. Then we'll exhale, pushing back. Making our way down to dolphin, we'll bend the left forearm, then the right. Exhaling as we bend the knees, really trying to bring the hips right up to the sky. Let's go ahead and try to work on those hamstrings a little bit deeper, straightening the right, or trying to straighten the right leg, and then bending deep into the left knee. Staying here a few breaths, really allowing the body to release. 1 more breath, and we'll inhale, leaning forward. Exhale, back into that dolphin pose. This time, left knee or left leg straight, right knee bent. Another few breaths here. A last inhale, and then we'll straighten both legs. Exhaling, coming down to the mat into a child's pose. Really walking the fingers forward, opening up the shoulders, and then we'll circle those arms back, palms facing the sky. Staying here, 1 more yummy breath before inhaling, coming up to a tabletop. Let's work on some cat-cows here. So inhaling, rolling those shoulders back and down, while broaden through the chest, gaze goes to the sky. And we'll exhale, curling, hollowing out the center, pushing into a child's pose. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhaling, exhaling back. The last time, inhaling, exhaling back. Rolling ourselves back up to tabletop. Let's tuck those toes behind us. And then we'll inhale, pushing out of the shoulders, coming down to our forearms. Let's open these bad boys a little bit more before coming into our full puppy. So inhaling, exhaling, just leaning forward and backwards over the shoulders, maybe even opening up the posture. And then inhaling, exhaling all the way back. Let's reset. Inhaling back to tabletop, spreading fingers to just the outside of the mat. And then exhaling, really allowing the chest, the chin, maybe the forehead to rest on the mat. Getting comfy in this position, staying here a few delicious, warming, and maybe challenging breaths before coming on up. Inhaling and then exhaling, rolling yourself on up, back to your heels, shaking it all out, and then meeting me on your knees at the back of your mat. Crossing the right hand over left, right across the body, rolling that right shoulder back and down. We'll stay here a few breaths, allowing the triceps to really release. Option to have your wrist or palm facing down or up. And then we'll inhale, bringing those arms and hands above head. Exhaling, doing the same on the other side. Left hand goes to the right side, rolling that shoulder back and down. One more breath here, and we'll inhale, circling the arms up and above head, maybe taking a slight back bend here, either keeping the hands in prayer or clasping the hands and flipping the palms towards the sky. Exhaling, trying to get a little bit deeper into the back. Finding your way to seated, then rolling yourselves on down to the mat, getting those blocks and putting them to the side of you. Let's prepare for our bridge posture, so really pushing the back into the mat, tucking the hips up, and making sure the knees and ankles are pulling towards each other, not splaying out. Exhale brings you up, really pushing out of the hips, palms pushing into the mat. Grabbing those blocks or block, we'll hold before exhaling on down to the block, allowing the sacrum, the lower back, to just release. Opening up the hips, making sure the knees are pointing at a diagonal or at a parallel at a 180. Allowing the inner thighs to open, the groin to open, lower back to release. Breathing here, another few breaths before coming up to seated. last inhale. Then we'll exhale, closing the legs and maybe having a little bit of fun pushing into a shoulder stand. And then exhaling, rolling up to seated. Let's work on opening up the hamstrings a little bit more. So shake out those legs and let's begin. Shaking those legs on out. We'll inhale, flexing the feet. And then exhale as we try to dive forward over the legs. Bending the right knee. Exhaling as we straighten or try to straighten the left. We'll stay here a few breaths. Each breath trying to get a bit deeper and relieve a little bit more. Last breath here. Inhale. And then we'll exhale, rolling ourselves on up and out of it. Bringing the right knee behind us. We'll inhale and then exhale, again diving forward and over the left knee. Grabbing the back of the left foot, maybe with the strap or your hands. Flexing the toes. Again, staying here another few breaths before switching to the other side. Breath, and then we'll bring ourselves on up. Go ahead, untuck that right leg, shake it on out. Let's repeat on the other side. Inhale, arms above head. Exhale, bending the left knee, keeping the right leg straight. Another few breaths here. Again, option to grab onto the toes with a strap, your hands, maybe even trying to flex them as well. To get a bit deeper on this last inhale and exhale, and then we'll roll ourselves on up, of course swinging that left knee on behind us or to the side of us before inhaling, arms above head, exhaling over the right leg. Again, option to flex those toes a little bit more, trying to really get a deeper stretch or feel sensation within the calf or hamstring. Maybe challenging yourselves here for our last breath. Inhaling, trying to pull yourself a bit further, deeper, longer down the leg, and exhaling over the knee. Bring yourselves on up, arms go above head. Untuck that left leg. Shake it on out. Let's finish off here. Flexing and pointing the feet just a few times. Rolling out the ankles one way and then the other. Then we'll sit up tall, both legs long, flexing the foot. Hands go above head. We'll exhale as we dive forward. Really looking for a hollowed out position, so dropping the head, the chin to the chest, allowing the back of the shoulders, the lower back and hamstrings to all release here. Last breath here, and then we'll inhale as we roll the shoulders back and down, gaze goes to a diagonal in front of us, and then we'll exhale, curling back, nose to knee, and then ragdolling ourselves on up to seated. rolling yourself on up when we are finished with the class. Option though to take a Shavasana here before finishing. Thank you guys so much for flowing with me. I will see you in the next class. Have a great day. Namaste.